Alright, kia ora. Kia ora and good afternoon. My apologies for being late. Wait to see some more people come on. Hopefully you can hear me and see me today. Ooh, try and get that light out of it. Here's somebody. Kia ora, good morning. Good morning, everyone's coming on. Good morning, kia ora. Comments will appear here, it says. Some love hearts, love to see those. Oh, good morning, everyone. Kia ora, Lisa. Kia ora, Atia. Turihini. Hempit. Look at that, all everyone coming in. Good morning, Sister Leonie. Nixie. Great. As long as you can hear me, that's good. Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for an awesome event in the Hawke's Bay last night. And thank you to everyone that's sending all of the invites to come to do speaking engagements. Kia ora, Pat, Stormy, Mia, and Pearl. It was just awesome last night, but the requests that are coming in means that we're going to be able to cover all of New Zealand very, very quickly. Kia ora, Diane, Catherine, and just thank you also for the tens of people in each of these areas that are wanting to set it up for us. So that's truly amazing. Well, I've got some really big news for you. We're well over 1,200 sign-ups for our party. That's amazing. Later on today, we're going to be posting on our website that we can now start to receive donations, which is going to be very, very helpful. We've got our party secretary now, Mr. Bill Klaitiana. He's the man and a very experienced political advisor as well. It's great to have him on board. And of course, we're very thrilled that we have the New Zealand Reset Party. Hey, Rosie. We've got the New Zealand Reset Party that's come on board as well. We've got another party that we're going to announce. And it's just so exciting. It really, really is to see this movement, your movement, take shape and just roll out. It's just amazing. The amount of people that are connecting to me saying that they've never seen anything like it. If I seem a bit vague right now, my brain's not all there. I worked till 1 o'clock this morning trying to answer emails and messages and respond to people, especially those that want to set things up for us. And then I was up at 6 o'clock dealing with the first of the messages coming through for this morning. But our back-end guy that makes sure that the memberships in the website is operational and doing what it should says that's just crazy, just really, really crazy that people are really coming on board to work with us and support us and get this message out there. Well, as you know, it's been a really, really incredible week for the party, but it's been a very, very serious week for New Zealand. We've had, of course, what amounts to really a martial law component by this New Zealand government. Anytime a military is given authority to enforce something on a domestic population, that's martial law. There's no other way to call it. It's not been over dramatic, but that's what it is. Whenever a military is given authority to enforce anything, that's martial law. So let's just get that really clear. So this government has done that. So amongst all the tinkering with our laws and the tinkering of the New Zealand Bill of Rights, which has got me really concerned, and the introduction of the censorship bill and all that, these are very, very, very serious things. And what's starting to happen now, even Labour supporters, and I shouldn't say it like that, it sounds condescending, but Labour supporters are now getting in touch with me saying, look, they can't support this any longer. How do they join up? Or, can I give them more information? Why is this happening? Why is Jacinda, who's meant to be, for New Zealand, why is she doing this? Well, it's because she's not for New Zealand. She's not working for us. So let's call a spade a spade. She's not working for us, and this is why this movement has happened. Because I started broadcasting the messages 6 weeks ago. You guys picked up on it, and I fought like cat and dog not to get into this game, but I've responded to all the people out there that have touched my heart, who have the same heart and can see these terrible things happening and want to stop it and protect our beautiful country. That's why I'm doing it. Last night I met some interesting people in Havelock North and Hastings that really are very, very smart people. One of them was Carl Peterson, and it was a privilege to have Carl introduce me to the audience last night. Originally American, then Canadian, and now a Kiwi. He's an amazing man that cares about this country as well. So I look forward to forging a relationship with him here in the Hawke's Bay. And this morning I've had a busy morning. I've been looking at some initiatives to help economic recovery in the Hawke's Bay. There's some great initiatives, but there's some real problems to access the money that this government's funding as well. So that's one of the myriad of issues where the Labour government and the coalition government is promising money, but it's stuck in a pipeline and it's not reaching the people and the meritorious projects that are applying for it. So that's got me really concerned. I just also want to let you know that we're doing some inquiries behind the scenes on different issues around the military, around some of these laws. So I'm waiting for some information to come through to me that I can brief you on. Hopefully we'll be able to do that on Sunday. I'm planning to do a Sunday afternoon broadcast, which will be 2 months almost to the date. Well, in fact, it will be 2 months to the day that this first started, guys. So your movement started very naively by me 2 months ago, and look what it's done. So we now have well over 300,000 people that have engaged with us. I forget, last time we added it up, it was over 300,000, but it's gone up about 40,000 since then. So this is moving very, very quickly. If you haven't already, please sign up at NZPP.org.nz to become members of our party. And then now that we are going to be able to receive donations, that you can chip in and help as well. But we've been very careful to make sure that we don't do anything that will disqualify ourselves. So our messages are on point from here on in, from today on, especially with having a party secretary that will validate the things that we announce. We've got to be very strategic and careful about how we conduct ourselves, guys. So please work with us to make sure that everything's cool. Okay, as I keep saying, stay cool, stay calm, stay factual, and on a solid footing. Again, there's the reason why I haven't changed photos on my personal personal Facebook page, which has now got 5,000 members on it. I've left it the way it is. It's got photos of me as a performer. It's got photos of my whānau, my beautiful wife and children, and all of us. My history's all there, right? And I'm not going to change anything because that's who I am. And if you're going to need to trust me, you need to know who I am and what those photos represent. But people are taking my photos and putting Scientologist quotes on my photos, and why the heck would they be doing that? So I reckon there's a campaign, along with the trolls that we get, that are trying to paint me as a Scientologist or a Freemason or that, and that's just completely nonsense, guys. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that you guys know this, but there's still one or two people that are sending me messages saying, "Am I a Scientologist and a Freemason and all that?" And well, I think we've dealt with that. But please, if you see that, please, because I don't get to see all these things, please just say to them, no. You know, as I keep saying, I'm God's guy, I'm my wife's and whānau's guy, and I'm your guy. That's it. I don't even belong to a sports club. All right, so I belong to my whānau gardening team. That's myself and my kids, and we garden and grow our potatoes and that. But that's where it is. That's where it begins, and that's where it starts and ends. And so yeah, just be on to that. And also again about the photo with me speaking at a Chinese event 3 years ago as a Māori supported representative talking about the Māori economy. I'd do that again today to any group if I could help our Māori people gain financial independence. And this is what this government is doing to us all. They're trying to make us dependent on them so they can control us. And that's what we've got to do. You see, real freedom and real sovereignty is about having your independence financially. And so what we need to do as a family, we need to fix things up in the government so that businesses are supported, New Zealand businesses are supported, and help to build capacity so that people can go into business for themselves, because it's the SMEs, small, medium enterprise businesses, that are the driving engine of our economy, period. It's not the big companies, it's the little ones like you, like friends of mine that have small businesses that employ 10, 25, 60 people. They're the ones that are across Aotearoa, New Zealand. They're the ones that make New Zealand possible. It's not the big gigantic companies that get away without having to pay tax because they're foreign owned. So that's really, really important to me, that as we talk about economics in our policy program, that this is picked up on, because we need to get our economy fixed, and that's, next to protecting, well, in fact, we know that protecting our freedoms is number one. If we don't do that, everything else doesn't matter. And that's the issue I have. Bless everyone that gets in contact with me saying, look, why don't we join up with another party? It's not about us joining another party. It's about them coming into us, because we're a broad-based party with number one is government integrity, protection of our freedoms and rights. That's the number one pillar, and none of the other parties consider that a pillar principle in the number one slot. We do. Because why? Because that's the mandate that you've given me. That's the voice that you want me to declare out to the world. That's important to us, because we know that if we don't have rights and freedoms protected, then we're not going to have protected health sovereignty, economic sovereignty and safety. We're not going to have national safety and security, and we're certainly not going to have outdoors security and protections as well. It just won't happen. So number one, we need to fix those things in the top pillar. That's really super important that we keep that in mind, all right? And so all those things, when you talk about economy, which is why this interest of mine started a few years ago. I was speaking about the Māori economy, and I was speaking in lots of good places where to make it possible for iwi businesses to do business with partners wherever they're from. So just want to clear that up. But the Scientology thing really annoys me, because someone took a photo of me of me playing with Buddy Guy, the famous bluesman in Chicago. They took the photo and splashed the Scientology quote on it by Ron Hubbard, and said, "There you go, Billy's a Scientologist," and it's just ludicrous. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a commitment never ever to mention all those things again. But I just wanted to say that so that people that are new to me can come back to this broadcast and go, "There you go, Billy said it all. It's all there." You know, it's all there for everyone to see. That's the explanation of it. It's just like the photo with the UN at the UN with Helen, where myself and my Māori colleagues were there doing the same thing as representatives of Te Ao Māori, or Māoridom, to try and get an Indigenous event in our country, where we would take our culture to the world and have them come here. So that's pretty straightforward as well. But obviously I slammed the UN, and I've been doing lectures on agendas 21 and 30 for a long time now. So just look at those if you don't know what I stand for in regards to the UN, because I pretty much demolished them every chance and every second I get. Well, whānau, I'm getting ready to go and catch my plane home. I'm going to have a blooming big home-cooked meal tonight, and I'm going to sleep like I haven't slept for a while, because I'm tired. Woke up today, my sore throat's gone. I was really worried about that last night, because it was really sore. I felt a bit off all day yesterday, and so I'll be thinking of you. I'm going to be having a great rest over Saturday, which is the Sabbath. I'm going to have a good sleep, rest up, recharge myself, and bang, hook into it on Saturday night, and you'll be seeing me checking things out and answering messages. To all those people that are offering speaking engagement dates, please understand this, that today we're going to schedule a map, because they've really come as far north as Kaitaia and as far south as Stewart Island. I would love to go to Stewart Island, and please, if I do, I wouldn't be offended if you have a couple of crayfish waiting for me with my name on it. Just saying. So anyway, guys, I want you to have a wonderful day today. Stay vigilant, stay alert. Please send me the intelligence. If you hear things that I miss out on, please send them to me, because I see a lot, but little things can slip by us because we are so busy at getting the message out about the New Zealand Public Party. Right, so keep those messages coming, and as I always say, please accept my apologies that I can't get back to everyone. There's 1,000 messages that I haven't answered, and that's probably on the lower end. And but do know they mean a lot to me, and we'll try and work through them. So guys, look after each other. Please spread the message that the New Zealand Party is your voice. Why is it your voice? Because you put me here to say the things that you believe in, that I believe in, that we share, and that we're concerned with as Kiwis. We're your power. Why? Because you've put me here again. It's your power pushing me forward. As someone said to me the other night, Billy, just keep doing it, and we'll push you into Parliament. And we're your party because you started it again. This is your fault why I'm here. So I'm feeling shattered. So it's all wonderful. It's a great blessing. I'm truly honoured of the trust that's been vested in me, and every step of the way you've got my heart, my mind, the best of what I am, working for you and my whānau and your whānau and friends and family. So spread the word that you can sign up on NZPP.org.nz. I'm getting tired. All right, guys, I'm going to sleep on the plane. Have a great weekend. Look after each other and stay vigilant. Kia ora, everybody.